watching NBC4, the Tri-State News Channel. And now, Chuck Scarborough, Sue Simmons, Janice Huff, and Len Berman. This is News Channel 4 at 11.
You need to be told the truth, and if you don't know the truth, that's fine. Then don't tell us anything. Let us continue to go on with what we're hoping and what we're believing until something is found to be the truth.
The pain of seeing hopes crushed as reports conflict greatly over the number of bodies found today in the TWA disaster. Good evening. Sue's going to join us from the Olympics in Atlanta in just a few minutes. Tonight, families and friends of loved ones killed on Flight 800 have exploded in anger at Governor Pataki. After going on a roller coaster of emotions, here is the very latest for you now. Outrage late this evening from families who were first told that dozens and dozens of bodies were discovered today, only to be told later that just 3 bodies have been brought to shore. Also, a tall object has been spotted on the seafloor, but officials are not sure if it's the tail of the doomed 747. And tonight, 2 separate memorial services, one officiated by the Bishop of Brooklyn. First, the anguish of misinformation. Joe Avalar is live at Kennedy Airport for us. Joe?
Well, Chuck, let's talk about the emotional roller coaster that these grieving families here at the Ramada Inn have been on. First, the governor calls a news conference for late this afternoon that inflates their hopes, these people's hopes, that more victims, more bodies have been found. Then just hours later, the NTSB in their regular daily briefing dashes those hopes with another statement that only a few bodies have been found.
And it could be, I don't want to be overly optimistic or raise false hopes, but it could be as many as 100 additional bodies down there that they will be able to recover and bring to the surface.
I would say that not to our knowledge are there dozens. I mean, it's the same answer to the question over here. There are lots of reports out there, and I'm telling you what we know, and that is that there are no bodies that we have discovered that have not been recovered.
Now, late tonight, NTSB officials personally came to the Ramada to talk to grieving family members, but they refused to corroborate the governor's statement, and people inside went wild. So tonight, the anger and anguish all boiled over. The grieving relatives stormed out of the Ramada Inn specifically to go to TV cameras and demand correct information on their loved ones and on the search.
We think the governor should not be making statements until he knows that is true. The only people who should be making statements to us are the ones that are on site.
We said to them, we're going to go to the press now because of the fact that we're tired of their stories.
We didn't know what to think. We
feel a simple call to the governor's office. If he had just been put on a speakerphone and said, I misinterpreted and I am sorry. Before the thing got ugly, his representative should have done that.
They also demanded that Governor Pataki come to the Ramada Inn and talk to them personally.
Our hopes and fears are in the balance, and we would like to receive some accurate information. We are up nights, and he refused to be contacted on the phone.
And has he come here at all?
No. Well, he came to our memorial service.
You want something more now?
We want answers. We want to know if he knows some truth that we're not being told, or if he's going public with misinformation.
A governor's spokesperson told us the governor is confident from the information he has received from those involved in the investigation that dozens of additional bodies will be recovered. There's reluctance of those involved in the investigation to confirm that until it actually happens.
I don't know those numbers, and I really have to leave it to the people on the scene who are running this to do that. And what I don't want to do is further confuse the situation by giving out any information I have. The people there have a much better count and a much better determination of what's going on, and I'll convey this information to the governor.
Of course, that was Mayor Rudy Giuliani. He was inside the Ramada Inn when those families were told the bad news. Now, as you can see behind me, the Ramada is quiet right now. We haven't heard anything else from the governor's office, and of course, no sign from the governor here. I can also tell you that James Lee Witt, he's the director of the Federal Emergency Management Administration, was here when the families were told the bad news. He said that he will be in touch with the president, that he will tell the president on the phone these people's anguish and despair. I'm Joe Avalar reporting live. Chuck, back to you.
Joe, thank you. The discovery of more wreckage may provide more clues in the search for what caused the explosion on Flight 800. News Channel 4's John Miller has the latest on the investigation.
More bodies were recovered today, and investigators probed deeper into the wreckage while they continue to try and conduct conclusive tests for chemical residues that would tell them an explosive was used. So far, the test results have varied. None have been conclusive. But tonight, investigators revealed they believe much more wreckage will be found in the same ocean field they discovered yesterday.
There's a piece of wreckage out there that's 45 feet tall, according to the sonar.
Now, with 2 large Navy ships involved in the operation, the diving and recovery will be non-stop, weather permitting.
Day today has been spent, and the night will be spent concentrating with higher resolution sonar on the area that was discovered yesterday. And the more that we look at it, the more we think that this may contain a pretty high percentage of aircraft wreckage.
Around the world, investigators were looking closely at these developments. An FAA security bulletin was issued days before the crash of Flight 800, saying Iranian nationals were observed in Paris testing airline security precautions at Orly Airport. In Stockholm, a Russian passport with the name and photo pages torn out was found discarded in a bathroom in a secure area of the airport while an Iranian air flight was departing. The passport indicated the bearer had arrived from Athens July 17th, the same day TWA Flight 800 left Athens Airport on the first leg of its doomed journey. Today, the FBI asked local police departments in the Hamptons to check their records for any reports of suspicious cars near the shoreline going back to April, especially reports that included a license plate.
To date, we're in excess, well in excess of 1,300 interviews we've conducted.
Of course, everyone from the media to the White House is asking for fast, certain answers. And so far, the answers are coming at their own pace. As one agent put it, the case is the boss. You can't rush it. John Miller, News Channel 4.
30 divers spread out under the ocean, a stretch 1 mile wide, 1.5 miles long. And they're searching for bodies and for wreckage in that area. Now, take a look at these sonar images. The fuzzy radar-like pictures are helping divers locate metallic objects. Body recovery is the priority, and then plane parts, the engines especially. An engine explosion could have brought the plane down. A bomb blast might be audible on the cockpit voice recorder. The flight data recorder might indicate where trouble occurred. And the nature of the damage to the fuselage could point to the cause of the crash. News Channel 4's MG Perez is live at Smith Point Park with more on the search for us. MG?
Chuck, the American flag remains at half-staff tonight in memory of the crash victims. We saw tonight several people still coming to this beach just to stare at the ocean, to think about what's happened. Of the bodies that were recovered today, they were found with the help of Navy equipment, and much more high-tech equipment is on the way. For the moment, the USS Grasp is the best hope for recovering anything. With a 90-member Navy crew, including 23 divers, this ship has equipment to see 190 feet underwater. It includes a video camera.
It's superbly equipped for diving. It's got a decompression chamber. It's got everything that you can imagine. This increases the time that the divers can stay down to 90 minutes?
Yes, sir.
To 90 minutes.
Underwater, recovery teams still need to find the so-called black boxes. Here's what the search area has covered off the South Shore: 46 by 65 miles of ocean. Wreckage is still popping to the surface, which is where the Coast Guard has concentrated its efforts.
We've searched an area the size of the state of Rhode Island. In addition...